Hey you! It's me, Steph, from Jack and Steph's workshop, here to show you how to assemble the Lovable Ghost pin. Your kit will come with everything you need: a 2032 battery holder, a fading red LED, the pin, and the pin back. Our first step will be to add some solder to the negative pad of the battery connector. That is this rectangle here in the center, and this is where the negative side of the battery will make contact, and so this pad needs to be raised up slightly from the surface. So a little bit of solder is all we need. Next, we'll attach the holder itself, paying close attention to what direction this arrow points. This is the direction that the battery should be inserted in, and so it should point towards the top of the pin. Now, to ensure a good mechanical connection, we'll heat up both the holder and the pad and make sure that solder flows over and between them. And you can also see that surface tension will help pull it into alignment on its own, so you don't have to worry too much about getting it aligned. Now I'll repeat on the other side, just heating up the holder, adding solder, and making sure that it's flowed over the edges to the pad below. Okay, so that looks nice and strong, and we can move on to our next step, which is attaching the pin. It goes on this circle near the top of the ghost, and like before, we'll add some solder as the pin heats up and make sure that the solder gets all the way around the edge. Okay, so that seems like another good mechanical connection, and we can move on to our next and last step, the LED. Notice that our LED has one long leg and one short leg. The short leg goes to the LED's cathode, the long leg to the anode. So here, we'll solder the short leg to the negative terminal and the long leg to the positive terminal. The head of the LED here should align with the edge of the ghost. Now we'll just solder the positive terminal, and our next step will be to remove the remaining length of the LED legs. I find that the easiest way to do this is to bend the legs out and up. So I'll just use my fingernail a bit and bend this up. Same thing with the other side. Very good. Now you will need a pair of clippers or something to cut these off. I've got a pair here. I call these my rusty but trusty pair of clippers. And I hold the leg of the LED in my fingers. That's to keep them from shooting up into my eyeballs or somewhere else in my house where they might cause some kind of trouble. So now all we have to do is fold over this LED so that it points at the heart cut out on the PCB. I go gentle at first to not put too much stress on the pads, and then I just gently bend it the rest of the way over. And don't worry too much about alignment, because we'll perfect that after the next step. So now let's insert our CR2032 battery, and you should see the LED come on and start fading in and out right away. Okay, if that happens, congratulations, you have successfully soldered your kit. Now, in terms of aligning this LED, I notice that we're not quite hitting the edge of the heart. So we can bend our LED so that its light pattern gives us nice coverage on the whole heart. So I'll bend it just a bit to the right here, and then we'll flip it over again and check to see how our coverage is. And we can see that we have very nice side-to-side coverage. So you did it. I'm so proud of you for soldering your Lovable Ghost pin. And one more thing before I go. Under these bright studio lights, it's so hard to tell just how gorgeous this red LED is. And so I'm just going to turn down the brightness a little bit on my studio lights so you can enjoy what a lovely effect this will be in normal circumstances. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy your Lovable Ghost pin.